Here we go. The Batman. Who's this guy just like peeping Tom? Just being a peeping Tom right now.
We have a masked vigilante running the street.
Right, under my administration.
Batman. Oh, is this the guy that gets killed by the Riddler?
I'm watching it now.
Yeah, I think it is. Jesus. This is where he starts taping his face.
Thursday, October 31st.
Halloween. The long Halloween. Man, Gotham City looks really good.
Even with
Man, the visuals already look so good.
But when that light hits the sky, it's not just a call.
It's a warning. This guy's gonna get.
Come on, man! What are you doing?
Oh, it's that one guy that kind of feels bad about what he's doing. Oh, this is the big fight scene right here, guys, that we saw in the trailer. He's here. He's here. The hell are you supposed to be?
The hell are you supposed to be?
Yeah, there it is. He's about to fuck this guy's shit up. Vengeance. Man, he looks so good. That bat suit looks so good. I wasn't super high on it before, but it's really grown on me. Just like Robert Pattinson being Bruce Wayne, it's really grown on me. I could totally see him as a young Bruce Wayne. Is he gonna show mercy to that one kid? Oh, here's the investigation into the murder. Man, I'm so excited we get to see like a detective Batman in this movie. Like more towards his like detective roots. This is all stuff that was shown in the trailer already. No more lies.
Detective, I'm your secret friend.
Who?
Let's play a game, just me and you.
What does a liar do when he's dead? He lies still. Oh, come on. You don't need all that to figure it out.
But this is way over the line.
I love that this guy's playing Jim Gordon. It's great casting.
He lies still.
There it is.
I want him out of here. Now.
It's always that person that doesn't trust Batman. There's Nirvana. There's the music. God, it fits so well. It fits so well with this. Something in the way.
Murder, robberies, assault. 2 years later, they're all up.
That's why they need the Batman. I guess he Gotham, the Batcave or Gotham Manor. Yeah, there's the Batcave.
I have to force myself to remember everything that happened.
Oh, wow. So he has like contacts that record everything.
Dr. Thomas Wayne and his wife Martha were slain during Wayne's own mayoral campaign. It was a shocking crime that remains unsolved to this day.
Oh, okay, so the mayors are all getting killed.
Figure, Salvatore
Is Alfred?
Gordon, what to this day
Andy
is the
Serkis?
biggest drug bust.
You don't care about your family's legacy.
What I'm doing is my family's legacy.
That's right.
Alfred, stop. You're not my father.
He lies still is only a partial key. It only gives us H-E-L-I-S and T. So I'm looking for any double symbols to start, try and letters, see where it leads.
Okay. So it's only part of it. That's why I was like, why do they need like that whole thing to decipher if he already solved it?
If you want the symbols we don't have letters for. Use only the letters when he lies still and leave the rest
Blank, yeah, I understand.
He just solved it. Is this where he gets the Batmobile?
Thumb drive.
Haha.
Jesus.
It's like the Joker humor mixed with like the Riddler's puzzles.
But that's the Penguin. Carmine Falcone's right hand.
Colin Farrell. I always get those mixed up.
It sent out the photos from my account. Gotham Post, Gazette, GC1,
Oh.
all of them. Never get in there without a warrant.
Batman doesn't need a warrant. Here we go.
I want to see the penguin. I know what you're talking about, pal.
Big mistake. Is this the whoa? Take it easy, sweetheart. Is that the scene that's coming up? Dude, the visuals. It looks so good. Yep, here it is. Here we go.
Whoa! Take it easy, sweetheart. I'm Oz.
Oswald Cobblepot. That makeup looks so good. You can't even tell it's Colin Farrell. There she is! Catwoman! He noticed that. You took too long. You dwelled too long on that picture.
Here you go, chap.
I want to know who she is.
What people do here ain't got nothing to do with me.
God, I love how the city looks. It just looks so bleak and dreary. Oh, is he trailing Catwoman? Oh, okay. So Batman's the guy who's spying on everyone. Oh, is that the girl from the in the picture? Oh, so she doesn't actually have long hair. She actually does have her short hair. So is this where she changes into her cat suit or whatever? I think it is. Yeah, it definitely looks like it. Yeah. Oh, this is the break-in scene where she tries to like crack a safe or whatever, and then Batman and her like fight. I hate how I know all this stuff from the. I really have to stop watching trailers. Like I'm finding out way too much about the movie just by watching the trailers.
You're pretty good at that.
Give me that.
Monica. He hurt her? That's why you killed him?
What? You got the wrong idea, okay? I didn't kill anybody. I'm here for my friend.
Let's go talk to her.
I love in this movie we're getting to see like all the Batman like rogues gallery. Like it's not just focused on one villain. It's like you get to see a little bit of Penguin, a little bit of Catwoman. I guess the main villain is the Riddler, but oh, is she killed too?
Ani! PD, Commissioner Pete Savage. was found
They're the cats.
tonight.
Hello, people of Gotham. This is the Riddler speaking. We'll soon be losing foes.
Is that the girl?
Commissioner Savage served a distinguished 30-year career on the...
Oh no, it's the commissioner.
I seen that guy too.
You're gonna help me on this. For your friend.
You got a lot of cats.
You got a lot of cats.
This is where he finds the question mark.
That's another
Yep,
cipher.
there it is. Another message.
I'm mad about you. Wanna know my name? Just look inside and see. Follow the maze till you find the rat. Bring him into the light. And you'll find where I'm at.
The hell is that?
I love how this is just a mystery, a big detective story.
Ow. I don't know about these things.
It's kind of unsanitary, giving her your contact lens.
Look at me.
What? No, this is a
Looks good. Here.
knew it was a misdirect. See, for some reason, I thought this was Poison Ivy in the trailer. I just saw the red hair. I was like, oh, Poison Ivy. I don't know why. I guess I just didn't recognize her face. So she's going in as like a performer? I mean, that really does kind of look like Poison Ivy.
Don't look away. Any time to make IDs.
Yeah, that definitely doesn't look shady as hell.
That's the DA. That's half the DA's office.
They're all corrupt.
What about that rat?
Hey, Gil, come on. Big baby Helen.
The rat. Ask him about the rat.
What's this about a rat?
She's good.
This is the kind of pillow talk that got that Russian girl disappeared. What do you know about that?
Is that her friend Annika or whatever her name was?
Where are you going?
She knows Annika.
Yep.
No, stay on the DA.
You took her. What have you heard? Is she okay?
Keep your voice down.
Hey, what's the problem, ladies?
Oh, yeah, it is the Penguin.
Don't be a stranger. You know Carmine Falcone.
I don't have a relationship with him, okay?
Well, that's not what it looked like. Wait, what are you doing?
Listen, I can't do this no more.
No!
Oh, the Riddler. He's gonna kill the DA. Oh, he's totally about to get... Yep. Here we go. He's gonna go to his car. The Riddler's gonna kill him. He's done. The second he steps in. Oh, I thought we were gonna stay on the outside. And then... Oh yeah, we are on the outside. Alright. Yep. That's a pretty good way to show his death. And he's gonna duct tape him as well. I thought we were gonna like be on the outside and like we're gonna hear his screams from the inside of the car and it was gonna be all muted. I thought that would have been like a cool shot. Oh, is it like a neck bomb or something? Explosion?
What do you know about a confidential informant in the Maroney case? That's the rat we're looking for. Somehow Riddler knows who he is. If we find the rat, maybe it will lead us to him. Riddler's not after you.
How do you know?
You're not corrupt.
Half the DA office was corrupt.
Jesus, this is a powder keg.
Riddler's the match.
And Riddler's the match.
I don't have a relationship. I don't have a relationship with him.
Man, I can really hear just Bruce Wayne and Selina Kyle right now. I could totally hear it.
Taking the liberty of doing a little work on this latest cipher. This translates to "You are El Rata Elada."
Rat with wings?
It's slang for pigeon. Does that mean anything to you?
Yeah.
There it is. We're starting to buy into what he's saying, huh? Oh man, I already know what's gonna happen here. This is the part where the car drives through. And I'm guessing the DA is the driver, and he comes with another message for the Batman. I can't watch these trailers, man. They just spoil everything.
We're good, Mr. Falcone.
Oh, Penguin's here? Oh, Catwoman's here too. Oh, she does have a relationship with him, huh?
Hey, there's a white boy here. Would you slick?
Oh no, it's not her. Got me.
Oz, you know Bruce Wayne? His father saved my life.
Yeah, it's a lot of security, but there's still gonna be a big incident here. Is that his kid?
Will you wait for me? I'm gonna continue this.
Yeah, he's now waiting up for her. Just imagine how creepy that must be, because, I mean, Bruce obviously knows that's the kid, but the kid doesn't know that that was Batman. So he just sees, like, this, like, middle-aged guy just, like, standing there staring at him. Uh-oh, here we go, here we go, here we go. Here comes the car. It's the car with the DA in it. Woo! Oh, I saved the kid. There it is. Oh, that was Paul Dano. That was the Riddler right there. Or Edward Nashton. It should be Edward Nigma, by the way. It really should be Ed Nigma.
Get out!
It's the DA.
There's a bomb around the set!
Yeah, it is a neck bomb. Yeah, like I... Here we go. Oh.
Let's clear this place out now!
Yeah, y'all better get out of here. To the Batman, another message. He's got to come back as Batman. He's just sitting there. You'd think they would maybe, I don't know. It's always kind of weird to me how they almost don't work with like any urgency. Like there's a bomb strapped to his neck. Like you gotta like hurry up and get it off. But I don't know. I feel like in most of these cases, like where a bomb's strapped to a guy's neck, like they kind of just wait it out. I don't know. And there's the Batman. Yep, here he is. Came back as the Batman. I know the bomb already goes off because I saw the explosion in the trailer, which is really unfortunate, but these trying times never forget. I'm just a phone call away. Answer. No caller ID? Is that what it says? I've been trying to reach you. You came.
You came.
Yep.
I've been trying to reach you.
There's the line.
You're part of this too.
How am I
part of this?
You'll see. We're live. They're here to watch
Live
our
broadcasting
little
this.
trial.
I love it.
3 riddles in 2 minutes. You give me the answers, and I'll give you the code for the lock. Riddle number 1. Violence.
You may find.
The answer's justice.
Justice? Yes! Justice! Riddle number 2. What is the price for your
Blind eye.
He's asking how much it costs for you to turn your back.
10 grand? Don't lose your head, Mr. Coulson. Just one more to go before your time runs out. Please, tell us which vermin you're paid to protect.
The rat. The informant you all protect. What people?
So much
The bomb's going off. Here we go. You better move. Woo! Just stood right in front of a bomb. And the whole, man, Riddler was right. Literally, the whole city is corrupt. The whole system. I like how they didn't even try to take off his mask.
You could be an accessory to murder.
Please.
He grabbed his ear.
Just give me a minute. I'll get him to cooperate.
Okay, give him the room. We gotta get you out of here.
I'll put a lot of heat on you.
Oh, you punched me in the face.
I already know what scene's coming up. I've seen that in the trailer too. It's the one where he like the grappling hook and then he flies up like the middle of a staircase, I think. Yep, here we go. This is where all the cops start chasing after him. There it is. Yep, there's the scene I was talking about. Yep, it goes right up the middle of the staircase. God, I hate how I've already seen like all these shots from the trailer. And oh yeah, and he jumps off here and he flies. Whoa, what the hell? Oh man, that looks so cool. This shot! Oh my gosh, that looks... Ew, he kind of looks like a flying squirrel. I don't know if I really like that now. He doesn't really look like a bat, he looks like a flying squirrel right there. Oh gosh. Yikes. Still kind of learning how to be Batman, I guess. Because he's only in his 2nd year.
Could have at least pulled that punch, man.
I did.
Spock put out an APB on you.
The cipher in the maze. It means a rat with wings, like a stool pigeon.
A penguin's got wings too.
Time for me to have another conversation with him.
Oh, is that Selena?
Those assholes are coming back.
Oh, is that the, is that Amika, or whatever her name is? Oh, is that the, Bat... Yeah, it is the Batmobile! Oh, man, that looks so cool! It's just a souped-up muscle car. That was a little anticlimactic. I was expecting him to actually just go there. There we go. Now we're going. Dude, these shots are so good. This guy's crazy.
This guy's crazy.
No, that's bulletproof glass. That has to be, if it's the Batmobile. Dude, these shots are so good. There's the nitro. Woo! I got you! Oh, that is so badass! Dude, look at these shots! Dude, look at this! Look at this! Holy crap, that was insane. Such an insanely good shot. Dude, the cinematography is on point in this movie.
Who's the Riddler?
Riddler! How should I know? I didn't kill no girl!
We know she worked for you at the 44 Below.
But you got too close, right? Found out from Mitchell that you were the rat, so you killed her. But somehow Riddler found out too.
Rat with wings. You know what that sounds like to me? A friggin' bat! Huh? You ever think of that?
It's a bat, not a penguin.
You are L.
Oh. You are El Rata. Oh, I get it. It's a penguin, a rat with wings. Interesting. You're missing the big picture.
What does that mean? His ear, isn't he?
I need to show you more for you to understand. My next victim is the biggest piece of the puzzle yet. Victim? Dead? He will be soon. Oh, here's a clue where you can find him. I grew up from a seed.
Tough as a weed. I'll never know where I come from. Do you know what I am? Any idea?
Yeah.
Yep, I'll never know where I come from. Goodbye.
They're talking about the old orphanage.
One that burned down.
It was part of the Wayne estate.
You guys realize I'm still here, right? You gonna tie me?
Oh, this is the scene where it says where it all began, right?
Oh, guns.
Yeah, man, that's your thing.
No killing. Oh, are these just squatters? Is it still being used? There it is, where it all began.
The Wayne Foundation pledges a $1 billion donation to start a charitable endowment for public works.
Renewal is... I can't read that.
Jesus, his next victim is Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, he's got it. I mean, I would just call Alfred. I mean, he is probably the one in the most immediate danger. Oh, God. Why is he not picking up the phone? Yeah, you better hurry. It's a bomb. Fireproof. That manor's about to go up in flames.
Something terrible is gonna happen.
I'm afraid it already has, sir.
Oh, shit. What happened?
We found this too.
See you in hell. Oh, damn. Why is this like the seediest looking hospital ever? He's like a billionaire, but they took him to like the crappiest looking hospital. Oh, now it's personal. Now he just made it personal by going after his butler. Oh, is he gonna try to uncover the crime? The crime with all the clues that he already has? Like the thing where they like connect, like they use like tape or whatever and connect like each point till it gets to like that one center point. The Sins of My Father, Mitchell, Coulson, No More Lies. Yeah, Thomas Wayne wasn't a good guy. He was. Oh, renewal is a lie. That's what it said. So so I'm guessing the funds did not go towards the orphanage or whatever. Like basically Thomas Wayne didn't keep his word. He said he was gonna, as mayor, he was gonna put money towards like these things, but it didn't happen. Huh? Somebody still has...
Selena?
I need to talk to you. Where can we go?
There's that shot. It's so nice.
I want to know why a guy like Falcone would owe you anything.
Because he's my father!
Ooh.
My mother worked at the 44 Below. Used to see him there. Then one night my mother told me who he was. When I was 7, my mother was murdered. Anyway, social services came to take me away and he didn't say a thing. He owes me that money.
Who are you under there?
Who are you under there? All anyone cares about in this place are these white privileged assholes.
Oh.
Mayor.
That's gonna rub some people the wrong way.
If I can find that dickbag Kenzie, will you help me?
Just don't make any moves without me, understand? It's no more dangerous than you know.
That's a good shot. That is a good ass shot with the silhouettes. That is so good.
Wayne turned to longtime secret associate Carmine Falcone and had him murdered. Gotham needs you to answer for the sins of your father.
Yeah, his father was not a good guy.
You're Bruce Wayne. I want to see Carmine Falcone.
This is not weird. Like, he comes in the exact same way Batman did. So Bruce just gets a first-class ticket and Batman has to beat his way in? Alright, so this is Carmine Falcone.
I want you to put the fear of God in this guy.
Kind of like Batman.
Your father wanted me to handle it, so I did. You thought your father was a Boy Scout.
You saying Salvatore Maroni got my father killed?
Do I know it for a fact? I'm just saying it sure looked that way to me.
You lied to me.
You lied to me.
Yep.
My whole life.
Why would you say that as the first thing when he wakes up?
When Falcone told him what he'd done, your father was distraught. He told Falcone he was going to the police, and that night, your father and your mother were killed.
Falcone got him.
It was Falcone. I wasn't equipped to take care of you. You needed a father.
Alfred is his father.
All you had was me.
And this is where you say you are my father.
Don't be sorry, Alfred. For losing somebody I care about.
There it is. Bat symbols in the sky. Uh-oh. Catwoman found yeah.
Rada, Lada. A falcon has wings too.
Oh.
Falcone is the rat. Falcone works for you guys.
We work for him. Everybody does.
Let's go kill that son of a bitch. This creep too, let's finish this.
No. Not that way.
There is no other way. He owns the city.
Cross that line. You'll become just like him.
And that's why Batman doesn't kill.
And if she kills Falcone, we may never find the Riddler.
Oh man. How many times does Batman come to this door in this movie alone? That was probably the least violent way he's gotten.
Some of you may find it disturbing.
He just said,
Oh.
I'll make a deal.
Delete the phone call.
Hey, Dad.
Oh yeah.
I'm Maria Kyle's kid.
I forgot that. Why did I
You
forget?
remember her?
Just put down the gun, honey.
This is for my mother.
Did she miss? It kind of looked like she missed. Oh, here it is. Here's the shot. This is the shot where they all try to shoot at him. He just walks through like a fucking badass. Oh, that is so cool. Yep, just walks right through. That is such an awesome shot. Here comes the Batman.
He has to pay!
He will.
Don't you know you boys in blue work for me?
Not Jim Gordon.
I guess we don't all work for you.
So he's kind of like the Kingpin in the DC universe, I guess.
Enjoy your night at Blackgate, Carmine.
You always just a gimp in an empty suit.
I'll spray paint your ass!
He dead? Did he get shot? Who shot? Did the Riddler?
That's Riddler.
Yep. Well, Selena Kyle got what she wanted.
He's gone.
He's been here this whole time.
Lieutenant, we got a witness here. Says she saw someone come down the fire escape right after the shot. She said he went into the corner. Diner.
Yep, here's the shot from the main trailer. He's in the coffee shop. Police! Hands up!
Police! Hands up!
They found Paul Dano. He looks so meek. He looks so meek for like a serial killer. And there it is.
Renewal. The empty promise they sold to me as a child in that orphanage. I could finally strike back and expose their lies.
So he was just an angry orphan, and he got mad he was never promised the renewal, and then went after the rich and powerful.
I don't think that rat likes you, man.
This one's not a rat.
Oh, it's a bat.
What is that?
This is another message. Yep, my confession. I know the real you. Oh, he knows it's Bruce Wayne.
Bruce.
Wayne.
Thomas Wayne announced he was running for mayor, made all those promises.
He never kept.
Well, a week later, he was dead and everybody just forgot about us. All
Yep.
they could talk about was poor Bruce Wayne. Living in some tower over the park isn't being an orphan.
Yeah.
You're out of your goddamn mind. What? You're gonna die alone. No! A nobody! No! I had it all planned out!
Oh, he really is insane.
We could watch the whole thing together.
Watch what?
Everything!
What have you done?
You mean you didn't figure it out? Oh, you're really not as smart as I thought you were.
Bruce. What have you done?
What have you done?
Did he bury something beneath, like, the floorboards? Is that his master plan?
I've parked 7 vans, and on the big night, they will go The flooding will happen so fast, evacuation will not be an option.
He's trying to
Those who are not washed away will race through the streets. The venue becomes the city's shelter of last resort. And that's where all of you come in.
Oh, there are multiple Riddlers. Wow. It was never just one guy. So this is just an execution squad?
I'll go calm down the crowd so we can get everyone in. Everyone!
He's gonna get killed? Yep. They can't even go anywhere because they're stuck in this... Oh no, she's not. She wasn't killed. Alright. Here comes the Batman. Where's Catwoman to save the day? Gotta help. Oh, that's cool as hell. Dude, that's straight up Batman Arkham, like the Arkham video game right there. Here's Selena Kyle to the rescue. Yep. Oh, Jesus. They would end up in that position. He just got blasted with the shotgun at close range. I thought his suit was bulletproof. The hell is that? Oh man. Oh, he is going insane. He's on some drugs.
Who the hell are you?
I'm vengeance.
Wow. Here it comes. Oh, that's not good. Is that a Batarang? Oh, of course he saved the boy again. A lot of red in this movie. That's the mayor-elect. Okay, so he's leading them. And there's the music again.
Wednesday, November 6th.
It's a week later. Guess his plan didn't work out. No, wait, is this the Joker?
Riddle me this. The less of them you have, the more one is worth.
Scars. Oh, that's totally the Joker.
Where will you go?
I don't know. Upstate. Bloodhaven, maybe.
Bloodhaven.
Why don't you come with me?
No, if he's still needed here.
Take care of yourself.
She'll be back in the next movie. Go after her, Bruce. That it? Hell yeah! Damn, that was good. That was real good. Do they have an after credit scene? Maybe some at the very end? Oh. See a question mark? Goodbye. Alright, so The Batman was really good. I really liked it, which is kind of a far cry from where I initially stood on this movie, because I remember when the news first came out that they were making a solo Batman film, and it was initially going to be set in the DCEU with Batfleck reprising the role, and it was going to tell the story that Zack Snyder's Justice League set up with Deathstroke going after Batman because Slade Wilson thought Bruce Wayne was responsible for the death of his son, but then Batfleck stepped down as director of that movie and eventually gave up the cowl altogether, and then we completely rewrote the whole script to give us an origin story for Batman, which would feature that movie would much be completely separate from the DCU and would launch entirely with the DC Extended Universe and the DC Universe of Joker. Wow. Okay, so yeah, this film went through a lot to get made, and we finally landed on a version that retells the origin story of Batman, with Robert Pattinson playing the titular role. And that's the first thing I think we should get into, because like many people, when Pattinson was first cast as the Caped Crusader, I was like, really? Edward Cullen? Yeah, no. That's just never going to work. I am never going to be able to not see him as the dreamy vampire from Twilight. And then the first trailer dropped.
The hell are you supposed to be?
I'm vengeance.
Oh yeah, this guy's the one. So yeah, I will openly admit that I was 100% wrong about Pattinson playing this role. Much in the same way a lot of people were upset at Heath Ledger initially being casted as the Joker, I think a lot of people, myself included, were quick to judge Pattinson the same way we did Heath on his past work. And yeah, it's not really fair that even after a full decade, the stigma surrounding Twilight still sort of stuck with Pattinson, but I think after this movie, a lot of people, myself included, don't even see him as a dreamy vampire anymore, but more as a brooding, self-conflicted ass-kicker. So yeah, from his first line of dialogue from the trailer, I was already down with Pattinson. And from Pattinson's first line of dialogue in the movie...
Thursday, October 31st. The city streets are crowded for the holiday. 2 years of nights have turned me into a nocturnal animal.
I was like, okay, yeah, this is going to be a good-ass movie. If you've been watching my videos, you'll know that I'm not a big comics guy, but I know enough about Batman comics to know that that opening narration / monologue was so reminiscent of a comic book that it's fucking insane. That is exactly how the first few panels of a Batman comic start, and you can tell right away that when it came to this whole project, for director Matt Reeves, this was so clearly a passion project. Everything about this movie, from the attention to detail of the opening narration to so many other aspects of this movie, like the tone and the color grading and the fight choreography, makes you feel like this is a movie from a Batman fan. It feels like whoever made this movie clearly paid attention to the comics that they read and painstakingly studied the video games and did everything in their power to make sure that this whole movie just screamed Batman. I love that this is a neo-noir detective film because that works so well with Batman being the world's greatest detective. I also don't think we've ever really gotten a film that really focuses on the detective aspect of Batman's character. I mean, we've had movies of Batman fighting crime and battling villains and sometimes even battling heroes, but I don't think we've ever really gotten a movie that lets Batman act as a detective and try to solve a mystery. So the fact that we got it now is really cool. There are also so many elements to this movie that just work so well in general too, not just in the context of a Batman film. I think anybody who's seen this movie knows that the cinematography and camera work is just next level. Where movies like Aquaman focus on really pretty CG effects to capture the wonder and majesty of the environment, the Batman focuses more on realism and using things like lighting to create the most beautiful shots you will ever see. And just look at the camera work in a scene like this. We have Batman chasing the Penguin through the streets of Gotham, but before we actually get to what happens in the scene, you can see the precipitation on the door of Penguin's car, you can feel the wetness and the darkness of the setting, and probably how cold it is. Penguin thinks Batman's been blown up, but then the shot focuses on the side mirror of Penguin's car as the Batmobile soars through the flames, lands, and rear ends Penguin's car so hard hard, it goes spiraling down the street, and we get this amazing shot where it feels like the camera is attached to the back wheel of the Batmobile as it skids across the wet pavement to a stop as Penguin's car is sent flying in the background. They showed this shot in a trailer, and this was the shot where I was like, holy crap, this feels like an actual film. And I'll tell you what I mean by that. It actually goes back to what Martin Scorsese said about Marvel movies. Now, look, I'm not trying to come across as some sort of cinema snob, okay? I never studied film or production or screenwriting or anything like that in school, and I don't even really have that many movies under my belt. But I think you're allowed to like whatever movies you want, and if you think these Marvel movies are masterpieces of cinema, that's fine, you're entitled to your opinion. However, it's through my understanding and observation that the movies found in the MCU are not actual films. They are fun, usually one-dimensional, summer action blockbuster movies. But they are not cinematic masterpieces. Cinematic masterpieces are usually reserved for movies like Citizen Kane, A Clockwork Orange, The Godfather, The Goonies, Goodfellas, The King of Comedy, The Room. Okay, sorry, I had to sneak one in there. But Marvel movies are not usually included in this class. They're fun and great, yeah, and they exist within the same space and medium, but they've never really been considered actual films. They exist to do what they do, which, like I said, is to provide a fun summer action blockbuster movie, which isn't a bad thing necessarily. It's just that your films aren't going to be looked at very highly from a technical standpoint. I'm sorry, but when I see cringy, forced dialogue and stupid jokes and formulaic plots and flat color and boring back and forth shots and the whole universe just looks like it's directed by one person because they're stuck in this Marvel formula where so many of these movies feel the same, and because of that, it doesn't really feel like there's any personality to any of these movies. These movies feel like they're made with no personality. They're just on a routine conveyor belt, continually churning out more and more of the same thing. That's why I don't think they're considered real films. Despite the MCU being the highest grossing movie franchise of all time, in some ways, it still isn't highly regarded and respected by a lot of film critics. But that's why The Batman works so well. It actually feels like a real film. The cinematography is innovative, the performances are excellent, the writing feels natural. So many elements of this movie are so good that you almost forget you're watching a superhero movie. And that was one thing that was always on my mind when I was watching this movie. It just felt different. It felt different than so many of the other superhero media I've consumed. Granted, a lot of that superhero media is in the MCU, and again, those guys never do anything too different, but to go from that overdone, overused formula to another piece of superhero media that just felt different on every level was both really jarring, but also incredibly refreshing. I mean, you would never find shots as good as this in the MCU. It just doesn't happen. But I think I've made the differences between the MCU and this movie clear by now. Another thing I really liked were the performances. I already talked about how I liked Pattinson and how I was sold pretty quickly after his first few lines, but I feel like I should also talk about Pattinson's performance of Bruce Wayne, because a lot of people see this as a point of criticism because Pattinson doesn't really differentiate too much from his performance as Bruce and his performance as Batman, and while I do agree in that I personally would like to see more of a difference between the two characters, I also think it's worth pointing out that I believe they said something in the lead up to the movie's release saying that Batman is only in his second year of crime fighting, so he hasn't really learned to separate the two personalities yet. So they kind of just mesh together into one. Either way, I think we'll probably see more of a difference between the two personalities in the later movies. I also liked Zoe Kravitz's performance as Selina Kyle / Catwoman. I think her performance is easily one of the best interpretations of Catwoman, but then again, there's not really a whole lot of good competition. Paul Dano's performance as Edward Nashton, Again, why the hell isn't it Edward Nygma? I guess since it's a little cheesy that his name is a pun, Enigma or Ed Nigma, so they decided to make it a little more realistic and call him Ed Nashton. But I don't know, I really like that name, Edward Nygma. But speaking of taking the cheesiness out of this character, they really did it with his look and his MO. Because when you look at how the Riddler was originally portrayed by guys like Jim Carrey, it's, well, let's just say it's not very threatening. Honestly, I know people were hoping for a version like this Riddler to show up in The Batman, but I just can't understand why. Why would you want this campy, goofy-looking dork with question marks all over him to be the main villain of this movie? He wouldn't even work as a side villain. He's just not intimidating in the slightest. Honestly, if something like this were in the movie, I wouldn't be able to take any of his scenes seriously. I'd just laugh at him the entire time. I'd be laughing at the main villain the entire time, which is not good. And that poses a problem. How do we make a question mark clad villain who leaves puzzles everywhere threatening? Well, why don't we just take some real life inspiration from a guy who did something very similar called the Zodiac Killer, give him a Zodiac inspired getup, a Zodiac inspired logo, and turn him into a serial killer. When I heard that the Riddler was going to be based off of the Zodiac Killer, I was like, oh my gosh, yes, that's perfect. This is the scariest thing you could do to a villain like this, is to have him be based off of a real-life criminal with a similar agenda. This makes him way more realistic as a bad guy. Like I said, if he was some campy, suit-wearing dork with a cane and a top hat, I would never be able to take him seriously. But turn him into this universe's version of the Zodiac Killer and make his identity that of an incel with a traumatized childhood who radicalized his followers, and we're in business, baby. It's also realistic, or at least as realistic as you can make a movie about a guy who dresses like a bat and beats up bad guys. But yes, I loved everything about the Riddler, and Paul Dano's performance as him is equal parts creepy and terrifying. Colin Farrell's Penguin is also great. Beyond the fantastic makeup, which makes Colin practically unrecognizable, Colin's Penguin is also entertainingly over the top. And that's another thing I heard, is that this movie isn't funny enough, which probably comes from the Marvel fans whose movies have jokes that are either not funny or are done so frequently that they're annoying. But when people say that this movie isn't funny, I just show them the Penguin, because his whole performance is funny. That's the point. He's supposed to be the comic relief side villain, but he also naturally fits into this story in a lot of ways, so it doesn't feel too forced. And that's the great thing about the humor in this movie, is that it feels natural. It doesn't feel like the writers are trying to find every opportunity to create an awkward, cringy moment. It feels like they're just letting the jokes naturally flow. And I've always liked that more, when humor supplements a story instead of trying to overtake it. Jeffrey Wright's performance as Jim Gordon is right up there with Gary Oldman as my top 2 favorite Jim Gordon performances. I don't know which one I like better. I think they both encapsulate the police commissioner or lieutenant, whichever one he is in this movie, but yeah, they're both great. Andy Serkis was good as Alfred Pennyworth, but I wasn't really digging his relationship with Bruce. I don't know, it just seems like half the time, Bruce doesn't even really like him. I understand that Alfred has always been a bit reticent in Bruce's duties as Batman, but Bruce was straight up coming for Alfred in this movie, telling him that he's not his dad, saying that he's been lying to him all his life when he just woke up from a coma and is probably glad to just be alive and see his surrogate son. It was just really weird, especially when you consider that Alfred is probably the closest thing Bruce has to a dad. But moving on from the characters, the pacing was also kind of weird in this movie. And I really only noticed this while I was editing, but there were some long-ass pauses in the dialogue, and they really stretched out some of the scenes to the point where they're almost needlessly longer than they should be. I honestly feel like if you just cut out some of the pauses, you could shave a whole 15 to 30 minutes off of the overall runtime. And that's another thing about this movie, is the runtime. This movie rounds out to about 3 hours, and I generally don't like when movies last that long. And it was really towards the final sequence, you know, that last part where Batman fights the army of Riddlers, that I was like, okay, this is starting to feel kind of long. Like, it feels like the movie already kind of hit its climax with Catwoman confronting Falcone and Falcone dying and the police capturing the Riddler, and it felt like all the loose ends of this movie were being tied up, but then you had to put in one last master plot from the Riddler that the Batman had to fix. It was just during that final battle that I was really starting to feel the length of this movie, and even editing it, I was like, wait, I still have more of this movie to edit? But at the end of the day, the pacing and the runtime really don't affect my enjoyment too much. There's way more good things about this movie that help make up for it, like the action and the cinematography and the performances and the tone and the visuals and the color grading and the music. But I'm going to wrap it up now and give The Batman a very easy 9 out of 10.